in terms of knockouts for this year, what we were to discuss best knockouts of all time? We got to mention the infamous flying knee from Masvidal. Come on.
Yeah. Okay. So, wait. If we're gonna do, I want your 5.
Okay, my 5.
And then I'll do my 5. You go first.
Okay. So I've got to say Masvidal's flying knee. I've got to say McGregor's knockout over, what's it called? Aldo, because it was one punch. I've got to say Chris Weidman bringing down the Spider, Anderson Silva. I want to say there was Edson Barboza's spinning back kick, the infamous spinning back kick where he knocked out that guy completely unconscious where his hands.
Oh no, that was a spinning hook kick.
Spinning hook kick. If I were to say one more, in terms of knockouts of all time, I kind of want to say Michael Bisping's knockout over, Luke Rockhold? Well, because, I'm from British and
You're from British. You're from British.
I'm from England.
You're from British?
Oh, shut up.
He's from, I know. Guys, he's from British.
Caught me slipping. I'm from England, basically. I love Michael Bisping, and I feel like I've got to just mention up there. So those are my top 5. What about you? Are you from British too?
Well, I'm not from British, no. My 5, because I didn't really think of this before, but one of them has to be, and it's Conor McGregor, but it's not versus Jose Aldo, it's versus Eddie Alvarez.
Oh, okay.
Because the double champ had never been done before in the UFC.
Okay.
But he'd done it in Cage Warriors. And that sequence of I believe it was 5 or 6 punches that would look like it was so quick, but also in slow-mo, how they just went pop, 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 pop against Eddie. And Eddie had been in so many other organizations and was a champion in many of them, I think that's got to be one of the top ones for sure. The Jose Aldo one is an interesting one because it was a one knockout. There was so much rising up. I think they did 2 world tours before because he pulled out one point, then Chad's a last-minute replacement. So I would but I've got to sideline that, and it's got to be Eddie Alvarez's him getting KO'd by Conor McGregor. Number 2, got to be Yair Rodriguez versus the Korean Zombie.
Okay.
Because the Korean Zombie was losing. Oh no, he was winning the. You would say on the scorecards he was winning that fight, right? But in that last couple of seconds, Rodriguez goes underneath. Hits him with that very awkward looking elbow, and the Korean Zombie, who is known for taking a hit and keep him walking forward, just slumped down on his face, and he KO'd him in the last second of the fight.
Yeah.
So that one's got to be another one. I would also have to have the Michael Bisping versus Luke Rockhold.
Yeah.
Just because Michael Bisping had been through so much.
He was a gatekeeper.
12 of his fights, he couldn't see. And there were so many times he missed out on his title shot. So many times.
Yeah.
They've got a brilliant documentary the UFC produced. I think it's called Destiny by Michael with Michael Bisping. That's I think it's 45 minutes or an hour, and it's a brilliant documentary on Michael Bisping's career. I don't know who else. The other 2, I don't know. I'm not too sure. There's a lot of really, really. Actually, no. Another one's going to be the Masvidal flying knee, just because it was so fast. There was so much leading up to it, and this was Ben Askren coming from ONE FC to the UFC, and they were kind of giving him some fucking brutal opponents. He came off that controversial win over Robbie Lawler, and I'm going to leave the last one for something because I need to think of what it is. Those 4 are what come to mind, but there's one I know is on the back of my head, but I just don't know. I'm not too sure.
Okay.
I've got to think about it.